What is going on, everybody? It is your boy, Immense Camel. We love you. Back at it with another video, and today we are going to be doing my October 2025 monthly check, aka the spooky monthly check that we always do every single day of Halloween. So if you guys couldn't tell, I'm dressed up in my Halloween costume. That, of course, being Deadpool. But before we get into actual beginning of the video, what's up, guys? If you guys are curious what my monthly check is, it is where I rank in every single movie and every single new release movie that I saw in October, and every single movie that I have never seen before that a whole lot of people have seen. I rank them from the worst to the best. And then after that, we follow it up with my overhaul, which is the new stuff that I got this month. And also I show off the new pictures I have on my ceiling as well, which I do have one. So there's that. But before we get into the beginning of the video, what's up, guys? Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel, because number one, it's absolutely free. Number two, also maybe help the YouTube algorithm. And I recommend the video to more people, and maybe they could join. And do feel free to comment your monthly checks down below. But with that being said, guys, let's go into if you guys are curious, I saw a total of, I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, 39 movies in October. So, and there's going to be some that I'm going to breeze by because I did talk about them in short form for my 31 days of reviewing Halloween movies series. So if you guys are curious with my more in-depth thoughts about them, I did do that review series, which the final short should be coming out later today, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, let's just get into actual ranking itself, shall we? Alright, so starting off with my least favorite film of last month, and actually not a favorite at all. It was my first half-star review ever on Letterboxd. It is the straight-to-Netflix animated kids film, The Twits. Now, going in, I didn't know what I was expecting, really. I wasn't expecting it really to be for me, and wow, this movie sucked. I think this is my worst movie of the year right now. I hated everything about this movie. I even disliked it more than Kinda Pregnant in Bride Hard, which that says a lot in and of itself. The animation was garbage. It's like if you tried to combine Tim Burton's animation with, like, the animation that you had in Stitchhead. Anyways, oh, that just reminded me. Actually, I saw a total of 40 movies. So I got Stitchhead in here. Hold on. Let me get my trusty glove. Sorry. Where did I put Stitchhead? Sorry, I'm thinking. Wait, Cuckoo? Why did I write Cuckoo twice? Huh? That's so weird. Hold on a second. Okay, I did add Stitchhead to the mix, and as well, on top of that, I did, can that just go back there for me? I don't like seeing the tag. Anyways, but yes, I did, add Stitchhead, and, I fixed that little error that I had. Anyways, yeah, worst movie of the year. Terrible animation. The voice acting isn't great. The story's formulaic. Yeah, just everything about this movie bad. 38 and, well, actually, 39 technically, because there is 40 films on here. And 39, I have Lone Wolf. I bet you guys just went, huh? What is Lone Wolf? It is a $3 Blu-ray that I saw on Amazon this month. And I said, okay, that counts as one of my categories for physical media for this month. Let's see how bad it is. Because I was expecting it to be bad. Just because by that price. $3. And woof, no pun intended. Yeah, it was pretty terrible. But I do admit some parts of the movie teetered on the line of so bad that it's hilarious. I did do a short review on this in my 31 days of reviewing Halloween movies, so if you want to check that out, be sure to check that out if you want my more in-depth thoughts. 37, another movie that's in that review series, I have Pumpkinhead. Not to be confused with the one that came out like in the 80s. I'm talking about the newly released straight to Tubi movie, R.L. Stine's Pumpkinhead. So based off of one of R.L. Stine's stories. And yeah, it wasn't good either. I do think it's more watchable than the two that I have below it, but still, it's not a very good movie. I thought it was bad too. So yeah. I'm just breezing by that. 36, I have, well, 37. 37, I have Soul on Fire. So I bet you guys are, I don't know if a whole lot of you saw this movie either, but it's essentially another one of those faith-based movies that were released by, I don't know what company, but like Sony, Lionsgate, something like that. It's combined with Kingdom Hearts, or I forgot what the company was called, and I think this is one of the worst examples of faith-based movies where everything just felt forced. And on top of that, it's an inspiring true story. It really is. But the moments that you have in this movie, it has some pretty bad acting early on in the film. Later, it does have some better acting, I will say, especially from the main guy that's in Super 8. But yeah, it kind of does a disservice to the real life true story, I think. So yeah, wasn't a fan of that one either. Now we get into the movies I think are like okay / fine. And number 35, I have The Woman in Cabin 10. This was a straight to Netflix film that has Keira Knightley, where she is on a cruise ship. She sees someone go overboard on the boat and nobody believes her, and she's telling the crew and everything. And yeah, it was an okay thriller. There's some good performances, like Guy Pearce does good, which he always does, and it had a predictable reveal. It didn't have a predictable reveal. It had a disappointing reveal. So yeah, it's fine. If you guys like those thriller movies, I think you will certainly enjoy this one more than I did, but I just thought it was okay. 34, Scooby-Doo, Return to Zombie Island. Sorry, I can't see in this thing, so I apologize if I'm going like, ooh, what does that say? Scooby-Doo, Return to Zombie Island. Again, did a review on this, so I'm not going to talk about it much, but, it was an okay, watchable sequel, but it's not nearly as good as the first one. 34, I have The Ballad of a Small Little Player. So this is another straight-to-Netflix film, but it has Colin Farrell where he plays a gambler. And it was okay. Colin Farrell does great, as he usually does, even if he's not in a fantastic movie like this. So, yeah, he did great. Other than that, it was fine. There's a nice, unique directing style to it. I liked how the movie looked a bunch of different times, but essentially that's it. I really can't comment on it anymore, really. 33, I have Tron. So I grew up watching Tron Legacy. I never had watched the original Tron until this month, building up to Tron Ares. And it was okay. It's nostalgic for sure, but I don't think it's a movie overall I can say I like quite yet. Some of the special effects for the time are cool, but nowadays I think they're kind of dated. There's some good performances in here, but yeah, it's fine. 31, I have House of Dynamite. So this is going to be a complicated one to talk about, really. But essentially, the story that you have in here is there's a bombing somewhere in America, and they're trying to find out who did it. Launched a nuclear missile essentially to kill the world. And there's some good performances in it. You have Idris Elba as the president in here, and he does great. You have Rebecca Ferguson as well, which she does good. So, yeah, I'll put it there. 31, After the Hunt. Probably, I think, out of all the movies, probably one of the biggest disappointments of last month. And I would say, even though I was disappointed on it, from here on up, I do like these movies now. After the Hunt had some good performances in it. Luca Guadagnino did a great job at directing, of course. But other than that, really, it just bored me. Simple as that. 30, I have... Ooh, this one's going to be a hot take, too. Especially for movies that came out during this month. But I have Begonia.
What?
Begonia. So this is the newest film with Emily Blunt and Jesse Plemons. I'm glad I got that right when I ended that short. But essentially, you have Jesse Plemons and his brother, capture Emily Blunt and say to her... We know you're an alien, so deliver us to your mothership, or else we'll kill you. Essentially, something on the lines of that. As expected, performances are great by the people I just mentioned. There's some really good cinematography at play. The story itself is very intriguing. However, it is one of those movies that is, you don't know whether if you end up walking out of the film liking it or hating it or not. And I'm still, even though like I saw the movie 2 days ago, I'm still, well, no, 1 day ago, I'm still processing in my brain, did I like it or did I hate it? But I wouldn't be surprised if it wins awards later this year. Number 29, I have Good Boys. So this is actually a film that premiered at South by Southwest, I believe, earlier this year, where it tells the story. It's essentially a ghost movie from this whole entire POV of a dog. And it was decent. It's not anything great, I will say, but it is decent. The main dog actor in here that you have did a great job, even though in the post-credits scenes they say he didn't really act, which was kind of funny. All the cast did good too. There's some good cinematography, especially for a lower budget film. Where the movie let me down, even though it's a very short movie, it did feel very slow. So keep that in mind. I can't see what number that is. Number 28, I have Anniversary. So another one that's gonna, I think, divide a whole lot of people. But essentially, how I would explain it is how a different politics in a family can destroy the family, if that makes sense. I don't know how I'd describe it, really. I would describe it as like a family going through hard times and breaking up and seeing the worst ends of family disagreeing with each other. Yeah, that's essentially what I would say that. And yeah, the performances are all great. I think this has easily, for me, in most recent memory, and honestly might be up there for one of the most despisable characters that I absolutely hated. Like, I've never said I've hated a character like in this one. Dylan O'Brien plays him, and he does a great job, because usually when I see Dylan O'Brien, he actually usually plays the likable guy the whole entire time. You have Thomas in the Maze Runner trilogy, you have him in Love and Monsters, and then there's probably Kato Lake as well. So I was going like, okay, let's see what he got, and yeah, he made me hate his character, so he did a great job. And Kyle Chandler as well does great too. There's especially one scene where he does really break down that he did fantastic at, and I'm excited to see him in the Lantern Show. Number 27, I have Stitchhead. So this is the movie I actually saw today. I was originally supposed to see it Sunday, but didn't get around to it because my sister and my brother-in-law stayed here, so I wanted to hang out with them instead of seeing it. So I ended up doing that. And yeah, Stitchhead I actually enjoyed. It wasn't anything great, but it was a sweet enough family movie. That's all I really need to say. But yeah. 26, I have, right? Yeah, 26, I think, right? 26, I have The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. So this is actually a remake of another film that I still have not seen. I believe it's still on Disney Plus, so I maybe need to watch that. But I watched this one first, and it has Micah Monroe. I think that's, no, what's her name? Crap, what's her name? She's from Longlegs. Yeah, I think it's Micah Monroe. Correct me if I'm wrong down below. And Mary Elizabeth Winstead, where Micah Monroe plays a babysitter for her, and something mysterious is going on with her that Mary Elizabeth Winstead is trying to find out. Performances were good. It's an overall solid thriller. If you guys enjoy thrillers, definitely check this one out. 25. Now, this is the movie I accidentally wrote down. I wrote Cuckoo down instead for this. It is Ash. So this is a movie that came out earlier this year, during March, I believe, and it also premiered at South by Southwest. It's a sci-fi horror film that I wanted to see but never got around to seeing, but I got the Blu-ray this month, which, spoilers for my overhaul later on. And I liked it, actually. I was expecting to walk out not liking the film, because I did hear a whole lot of people weren't the biggest fan of it. So that worried me a little bit, but I actually did like it. The characters themselves, I don't think are all that great. I will start the review off there. But there's some good performances from the actors that play the characters, and there's some really good cinematography, especially for a lower budget movie. But there is some times where they do too much shaky cam. So yes, as I said before, did a short review on this in my 31 ranking, 31 days of reviewing Halloween movies. 24, I have Springsteen Delivering Me from Nowhere. Going into this one, I actually thought it looked pretty good, but when all those early reviews came out, I was going like, oh man, that's disappointing too. So went in, saw it, yeah, and it wasn't as great as I was hoping it to be, but it was solid. I'm not familiar with Bruce Springsteen, so that I was just curious to know his life story. And I kind of walked out the same way I did with Bob Marley One Love, where this tells a central part of his story instead of going back in time to like how he started to make music and get popular. So I wish he kind of explored that, but it was still overall solid. And Jeremy Allen White does great as expected. So, and it would be cool to see him get nominated for an Oscar, but I doubt it. 22, I have Halloween Aftermath. So this is actually a, no, 23, sorry. I can't see with my mask on. I apologize. See, I'm going loopy here, guys. 23, Halloween Aftermath. This is actually a short, no, not short, far from it. A fan film on YouTube that you can watch right now that is done by people, and, I mean, who else would it be done by? Anyways, but it takes place during Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. That's where the movie takes place in. And for a fan film, it is very, very well made. But as a movie as a whole, it was good. It was good. I didn't love it, but I did like it. So, yeah. Did talk about this one again. So if you want my more in-depth thoughts, there you go. I'm gonna stop saying that. Number 22, I have Tron Ares. This movie actually bombed at the box office, which was sad, but I did like it. I did post a full review for this. If you guys want my more in-depth thoughts, it's not a part of the 31 days of reviewing Halloween movies. But yeah, I liked Tron Ares. I thought it was good. Especially it was cool to see in, I think, like 3D Dolby. That's why I saw it in, and it looked fantastic as expected. So for the theatrical experience, it definitely warrants it. Performances were good. Most of the performances were good in here, mostly by Evan Peters and Jared Leto. And yeah, I dropped a full review. So, anyways. 21, I have Caramello. So this is a straight to Netflix, I don't know what, Mexican film? I don't know what, sorry, I apologize. I don't know what type of, it's a Netflix foreign film where you have this one guy that has a dog, and the dog senses he has cancer, essentially. So it's about him going through that, making friends along the way. And yeah, it was actually a pretty good, solid little movie there. So yeah. 20, I have Violent Ends. So I had no clue what this was about, really, until I watched the movie for itself. It's essentially a revenge mob movie. The main actor that you have in here, he plays Pleakley in Lilo and Stitch. He gives the best performance I've seen from him yet. So that's a positive too. James Badge plays the bad guy, and he does great too. So yeah, overall it was a solid little mob movie. 19, I have Anemone. So Anemone is actually a movie with Sean Bean, Daniel Day-Lewis, where they play brothers, and Sean Bean is attempting to try to make Daniel Day-Lewis come be a dad, come take care of his biological son because his son needs him right now. So yeah, there's some good performances as expected with the names involved, but it is slow. So 18, It Chapter 2, which this one's probably going to be another hot take too. It still has its problems. It totally killed any intimidation factor for the character of Pennywise when you have that final act. But aside from that, I thought it was a good way to close out the chapter anyways. So, yeah. Next one we have on here is for number 17, I have Scooby-Doo Zombie Island. On Zombie Island. And yeah, it was good. It did still feel like it was a long form episode of the show, but it's fine. I liked it. 15, Shelby Oaks, Chris Stuckman's film, and he did a great job for first movie from him. There's some good performances. There's some pretty solid gore too. CGI at times can be hit or miss, but yeah, overall I enjoyed my time with it. Number 14, I have Regretting You, which I was actually really surprised by. And I was surprised by how many people that actually disliked this movie, because I think the chemistry was great between Mason Thames and McKenna Grace, as expected, because them two are a couple in real life. Dave Franco does great. I apologize, I don't know the actress's name, but the aunt from the Megan movies does great too. So yeah, it was a solid little romance movie, and I actually enjoyed it more than It Ends With Us, which I did like. It Ends With Us. It Ends With Us. 13, sorry, I have The Crucible. So I didn't know what this movie was. My mom said, oh, it's a spooky movie, and it was not, Mother. It was not. But it was still a good movie, though. It has a depressing ending, but I still liked it. It has Daniel Day-Lewis in it too, so. What's her name? Winona Ryder delivers a great performance in it that makes me despise her character too, but not nearly on the level of Dylan O'Brien's character in Anniversary. 12, I have The Smashing Machine with The Rock. The Rock finally showing off his acting abilities in this film, which I knew he had it in him. He just had to show it, and he showed it here. The makeup job on him as well is fantastic. And overall, he plays a very likable character. Emily Blunt plays his wife in the movie, does a great job too. Where I wouldn't be surprised if she gets nominated for an Oscar. So yeah, overall, good little sports movie. 11, Pet Sematary. And Pet Sematary, I actually did enjoy too. There's one kill in this movie that I was not expecting to be as gory as it was, and yeah, man, that was probably one of the most gnarliest kills. Like, it's not necessarily the goriest kill I've seen in a horror movie ever, or a movie ever, but it was one of the gnarliest kills. I'm talking about Judd's death. Man, oh man, that was brutal. And good performances, and yeah, I liked it, and it definitely, oh, sorry, I just flipped over the table almost. I'm trying to get comfortable here. Top 10 people. 10, I have the original Night of the Living Dead from 1968, which was a first-time watch, which that might shock some people, but yeah, it was. And I actually thought it was really good. Some aspects haven't aged well, but yes, it was a solid little throwback. Number 9, I have Wolf. This is actually a really underrated werewolf movie with Jack Nicholson, so I definitely recommend to check that out. Number 8, I have The Black Phone 2. Is it as great as the first one? No. But I still had a fun time with this, and I actually might, in the future when I get the 4K or 4K Steelbook collection of the two movies, whatever, I do see myself maybe enjoying rewatching this one more than the first film. But I still thought this was really good, even though it wasn't as great as the first. And Malin McGraw, she gave a phenomenal performance in this. 7th place, I have Roofman with Channing Tatum, which I wasn't as high on the movie as a bunch of other people were, but I still thought it was really good. Channing Tatum does great as expected. The story itself is very surprising that all this really happens. So, and it is a very fun and heartwarming movie. So I did enjoy my time with it. Number 6, I have John Carpenter's They Live. And this was a very fun movie. It has one of the most fun fight scenes I've seen in a movie in a minute, with Roddy Piper and I forgot what the actor's name was, but it was a really fun fight scene. Roddy Piper, I'm a big wrestling fan, so I love Roddy Piper as a wrestler. And he's actually a really good actor, too. I wish he did more acting, because he did really good. Great directing by John Carpenter. I like the visual style he added to how the aliens looked with the gray, black, and white filter. So there's that. Now, top 5. I have Hereditary, which that probably just made people's heads explode. The only reason why I don't have it higher is just because I don't think it's going to be a very rewatchable type of movie for me. But I still thought it was a great film, no doubt. 4th place, I have Cuckoo. This was a movie that I missed out on last year that I really wanted to see. Was finally able to see it, and I did enjoy my time with it. Some good performances, and a very, very wild movie, I will say. 3rd place, Frailty. Frailty lived up to the hype. Performances were great. The plot itself was very intriguing, of having this whole entire story of two sons not believing their father about this message he got from God that tells him to kill demons and stuff. So, yep, 3. Number 2, I have Get Out, Jordan Peele's Get Out. Been wanting to watch this for a long time, and lived up to the hype, and actually is probably one of Blumhouse's best films. I did really enjoy my time with it, and there's some really good humor in it too, surprisingly. But number 1 for me was Christine. Christine, as of right now, and of all of John Carpenter's movies that I've seen, is actually my 2nd favorite film of his. I loved Christine. Now that is the ranking done. Woo! Let's bring out the overhaul, shall we? All right. So let's start off with the things that aren't physical me. Well, let's start off with things that aren't. I got. That aren't mine, and I borrowed. Hold on, I have to see really. I can't see. No. All right. Great, I dropped that. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right. I'll put these all on the table. Here, we'll start off with you first, since that one wanted to drop. Oops. Sorry. Let me pause it so I can pick that up. Okay, whatever. Screw it. Sorry. Hostiles on 4K. So these are movies that are in my dad's collection that I do not have. The family cabinet, actually. Hostiles, haven't seen, but heard great things about it. So most likely we'll probably enjoy that. Now, all these movies I've never heard of before. Of Mice and Men, never heard of it. Only the Lonely. John Candy movie, never seen that either. The Night of the Roses has Sean Connery in it. I originally thought it was War of the Roses, but it's not. The Assassination of Jesse James. Now, I've heard about this one, but I haven't watched it, so glad he kind of got that one. Watership Down. Never heard of that one either. Actually, he might have had that one a long time ago. I don't know. Inside Man Blu-ray with Denzel Washington. I think I've seen this a couple of times, but haven't watched the movie. Like, I've seen the Blu-ray, but I haven't watched the movie. To Die For. Haven't heard of that. Now, this one I have heard of. It's Snake Eyes with Nicolas Cage. For some reason, the slipcover is gone, but it is what it is. But, yeah. There's also this too, Badland, which I haven't seen this until today in this collection, so added it there. some movies I got from the family cabinet. We have Coco, of course, classic Pixar movie. Fate of the Furious, I enjoy while it's still being very stupid. Planet Earth, haven't watched this in a minute. Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 2, underwhelming finale to the franchise, but not nearly as bad as Hunger Games, Mockingjay Part 1. Now let's get to the stuff that I actually got this month. I got a Regretting You poster, so there's that. Along with that as well, I did... Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna take the mask off now because it's very hard to see. Anyways, sorry. Where did the Regretting You stuff go? Okay, I'm gonna pause real quick because I'm trying to find that. So, hold on a second. Aha! I found them. They were in between my physical media, so I apologize. So when I saw Black Phone 2, I got this Black Phone 2 pin. Very nice, very nice. Along with Regretting You poster, I got these two things for Regretting You. So I got some stickers, and I got this bracelet or necklace. I can tell. I think that's a bracelet, probably. So, yeah. All right. Next up, this actually came in the mail, I believe. And it is a Christmas Lego set thing to look at of possible Lego sets to buy for Christmas. Mom said, there they go. Speaking of Christmas, there is a Christmas ornament right here of King Kong. We usually get one new ornament every single year for my specific Christmas tree. The guy, so I got this Nightmare on Elm Street. Nightmare Before Christmas mystery character set, and I got this guy. The guy that, like, turns his face and, like, he does, like that. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not explaining. Now let's do popcorn buckets. I got easily, I think for me, second best popcorn bucket of the year, which I should be doing a merch video, so stay tuned for that. Like, which movie had the best movie merch? You just heard it. Black Phone 2 popcorn bucket is my second favorite popcorn bucket of the year. I think that's dope. The one that I didn't, if I knew the Black Phone 2 popcorn bucket was coming, I wouldn't have got this one, because now I don't get a popcorn bucket for November, which is annoying. But there is the Tron Ares popcorn bucket, which I actually don't think this one's that cool, if I'm being honest. It's okay, like, it's fine. Like, I like how you can move them across the, like, the thing, the grid or whatever, so. But other than that, really, I think it's an okay popcorn bucket, so. How do you turn it off? Is it off? Yes, it is. Alright. Little Nightmares 3, baby, on PS5 in the middle of playing this. It's okay so far. I hope Mono and Six show up, but from what I don't think they will, which is sad, but oh well. Luckily I haven't looked up any spoilers for the game, so please don't spoil the game for me down below. Physical media time, the ones that I bought. Alright. So first things first, we got the Survivor Series 2010 Blu-ray. Haven't watched the pay-per-view, but I'm betting it's not gonna be good because 2010 era of WWE was not the greatest at all. Got this upgrade to as well to the DVD, the Flintstones and WWE Stone Age SmackDown Blu-ray as well. Let's bring out the TV shows next. So the next one I have here is the iZombie Season 1 Blu-ray. I have not watched the show, but I always saw it advertised on the CW when I was watching, like, The Flash, Supergirl, Green Arrow, and stuff. So, curious to check this one out. My second TV series, on 4K Steelbook, I have The Last of Us Season 2 4K Steelbook, which overall as a whole, I still think this is a good season. The only thing I did not like about this whole entire season was the finale. everything else building up to the finale, I liked. Especially the second episode and the second to last episode of the whole entire series with that like Joel flashback episode. I thought those 2 episodes were awesome. So I'm still look optimistic for season 3, but I'm less excited just because how they ended things. So yeah. All right. Next up, what are we gonna talk about next? Lone Wolf, already talked about it. Yeah, no wonder why it's $3. Should probably be cheaper. Got the Azrael Blu-ray, an underrated movie from last year. Samara Weaving does good in it, and it's post-apocalyptic where you have a bunch of people that sever their vocal cords, so they renounce their sin of speech. It happens during the rapture. It's an interesting movie. I did think it was good, so yeah. The Ash Blu-ray, already talked about this one. Yeah, I liked it. It was decent. Okay. I'll probably save the big ones for last. Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island and Scooby-Doo Return to Zombie Island 2-pack Blu-ray. The Dark Shadows Blu-ray. For some reason, this took forever to come, but it came, so yeah. The Cuckoo Blu-ray. And then we have these 3 4K Steelbooks, too. So we have the They Live 4K Steelbook, which this thing only costs like $17. So it was a steal, and it's actually a really cool looking steelbook. So, and I think out of all the John Carpenter steelbooks I have, I think all of them have looked dope. So this was only $17. It's probably $20 now. So if you have the chance, be sure to get it when you get it, because sooner or later it's probably going to be even more expensive. So I definitely recommend to get that one as soon as possible. Next one, we have the Heretic 4K Steelbook, my second favorite movie of last year. I actually showed this one off to my dad, and he actually gave the movie an A, which I wasn't expecting. So that was pretty cool. And yeah, it's very interesting because it kind of breaks down religion while also being uplifting as well. So yes, Heretic, great film that I loved from last year and still do love. I thought that movie is awesome. But I have to save the best for last, right? The Sinners 4K Steelbook. Beautiful. I'm glad I got my favorite movie of the year on 4K Steelbook. It absolutely looks beautiful. And it looks great in 4K. The movie wasn't cheap, though, because the movie is like... it was very hard to find, but there were some people that were offering their copies online that... They weren't cheap, but at least they let you have the movie, so we got this. So, yeah, and, like, they're not getting any more of those anyways online, which is sad. But, anyways, that is the overhaul done. Now let's go into the pictures that I have on the ceiling, which, like I said, I only have one, but let's show it off anyways. I know it might be very hard to see. I don't know if it's showing right on camera, but there is the Snowball Express little picture that I drew there. So yeah, and then that's probably a proper angle of it or something like that anyways, but yeah. But with that being said, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. My voice is completely gone, as it usually is after I do my monthly check videos. Be sure to stay tuned in for the next one for my November monthly check, and then following that will be my December monthly check. So, yeah, and then it will be all culminating in my yearly check, which is ranking all the new release movies that I saw this year as a whole from worst to best. No movie... If I included the movies I've never seen before that I watched for the first time this year, that video is going to be like 24 hours long. I'm kidding. I'm not even kidding. There you go. But anyways, hope you all enjoyed, and hope you enjoyed this Deadpool costume. And should I do the bye dance? Alright, I'll try to. I have stuff all around me, so I don't have much room, so I apologize. I'm not going to be able to have enough room. I just got to get all this stuff. Hold on. Alright. Okay, that's so terrible, but... That's not even the dance, but... Bye. Like, yeah.
Anyways, that's not even the dance, but... and you guys might have realized that the music's not even playing because I don't want to get copyright blocked again, okay? But anyways, hope you all enjoyed. See y'all next one, everybody. Peace. I said pizza. I can't hit it with my
On top of that, guys, sorry, I forgot to show off this Trick or Treat 4K Steelbook by Arrow Release as well. Yeah, I got this one too, and it's one of my favorite horror movies for sure, and I'm watching it tonight. Ugh. So, yeah, there's that. It's got all this stuff here. I think Sam's right there, right? No, but I think Sam's right over there underneath this disc. So, yeah, just want to show that off too.